Hey, how's up? What's up, everybody? This is Junior Developer Happy Hour. My name is Sam for the new people, um, and good to see some old people, regulars on here. See Tade, who else is here? Brian's here. What's up? Um, yeah, so we've been doing this is Junior Developer Happy Hour. So if anybody is really new, we've been doing this meetup for over a year now. We did a bunch of Ask Me Anythings, and lately I just been doing these mob programming sessions on Sunday nights. We've been doing these JavaScript 30 exercises, but we've been doing them in React. So this week we're doing this Unreal Webcam fun one. It's actually a lot in this exercise, so we're probably not going to do everything that he does for the people that watch the video. Who knows? We'll just see how it goes. But I watched the video today, and it's a lot. I don't think we'll do all the stuff that he does in the 1 hour that we have tonight. So we use code Sandbox. So let me start up the Sandbox and then give you the live link, and then we can stop for questions. Let's see. Okay. That's the live link. If you go there, then you can jump in and code if you want, or you can just watch the video streams, up to you. Some people fork the Sandbox and just try and do it while we're doing it at the same time. You can do whatever you want, it's your choice. So to get started, there's also the GitHub repo here if people want to bookmark it or star it or download it and work on it on your own computer while we're doing it. It's up to you. So this one has an MP3, so I'm gonna download that. Let's see, download that. Then we can upload that first. I think you just put it inside here. Okay. And before we get started, does anybody have any questions in general about the meetup, or just JavaScript 30 before we get started with the exercise? Nope. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. If you do have any questions that pop up, you can just shout out your questions or just post it in the chat. So like always, for the people that are around, we usually always copy these the CSS first. We just keep it simple. We just usually use global CSS styles. Sometimes I think once we did style components, just check it out. If I remember correctly, we might have did CSS modules one time too, but for most of the time, we mostly want to focus on JavaScript, since we're doing JavaScript 30, and React, since we're doing React 30, because we're doing the exercises in React. So we get the CSS, let's get the HTML, and then we can modify it from there. So let's see. I don't want there. This. And then we're gonna skip all this stuff. We don't want that. We don't want this take photo button. And then React does, oops, wrong button. Gotta change these to class name. And then what else is it complaining about? Oh, I'm missing a div. Where is that div? Oh, I deleted it. Right here. Still missing something though. Let's see. Oh, I need like a wrapper div around everything. What else am I missing? Does somebody see something that I'm missing? Oh, it's not lining up correctly. Let's see. Div. Let me copy again. That was a bad copy. Let's start all over. Sometimes it's hard to find where the misalignment is. Okay, I don't want any of this. Yeah, that's much better. That's a bad copy pasta. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so let's get started with this. So I think we should do the video player first. Oh, Alex, you have your hand up. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat.
Yes, could you please link to the code sandbox? I can't zoom in enough to see your screen.
Yeah. Here you go. And then let's see. We'll do the video first. So like part of this exercise is like, how do you connect your webcam and make it like show up on the web page? So like if you want to make some kind of, in this one, we're gonna also be able to take snapshots of the video. So we're gonna show the video, and then when you click the button, it'll just take a snapshot from the video. And then if we get to it, we'll also make filters. So like whatever West Boss made some like a red filter or something like that, I think, on the video. So kind of like you could make like an Instagram kind of thing, you know, where you put filters on the photos. So we're gonna work with the video HTML element, which we've worked on in a couple of times, I think, in past weeks. We're gonna work with audio and Canvas. So we worked with all of these before for the people that come consistently. For the new people, if you have questions, you can just stop me and ask, or also if people just forgot from the last time that we did it, because we did Canvas kind of a long time ago, I think. I forget when we did that. So, okay, any questions right now? Nope. Okay, let's get the video. So we need some of his JavaScript. So let's grab this code right here. This is get video code. So let's just copy pasta that, and let's make it an arrow function. It doesn't need to be, but let's get rid of this. And then I guess we can leave those console logs. Let's just make this simpler, just be alert. So we'll do that. And then we'll do on video, they have a on can play, I think. So you can put a callback, and then when that video element is ready to play, then it should play the video. But like, oh wait, before we do that, I noticed that it's complaining about these the video objects because it doesn't have a handle to the HTML, right? In vanilla JavaScript, when Wes Boss was doing it, he just queried the DOM to get the video element. But when you're in React, we use refs to get handles to the elements. So I gotta back up a step. I forgot to make the ref. So if we go use ref, and then Once again, I did equals for the people that are always here. I do that every time. Uh, let's see. Let's see. So let's do, we'll just call it video ref. And then we'll do on the video, do ref equals video ref. So now we got the ref. So in here, it's not just video, it's video ref dot current dot source object. And then video ref. So we could be a little more careful and make sure the ref exists, but like we're just playing around. So I'm just gonna assume that I hooked up the ref correctly and that it exists by the time this function is called. Because we could put like a guard clause in there to just be safer, but like I always say, we're not making production code, we're just playing around. Okay, so let's see if we can get the video to play. That's like the first step that we need to accomplish. So hopefully this works. I didn't do the exercise yet, but I did make sure that Code Sandbox would give us access to the video, so it should work, I think. Let's see. So we got the ref, and then what did I say? On can play. On can play. We do get video. Let's see if it works. Let's see. It did not work. Did it play the video? Let's see. Maybe the on can play doesn't work as I thought it would do. Let's try to Google that. Does anybody use that before? I just assumed that was gonna work. On can play. Maybe I typed it wrong. Video element can play. Chrome does not support the can play event. What? Okay, let's pivot from this. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Let's see. Why is it not? Wait, before we pivot.
I don't know if this is fully relevant, but I think it's supposed to be all lowercase.
For React, I don't think so. We can try it, but for vanilla, yeah. See, it's saying on can play. It needs to be camel case. Why is that not working though? Let's do it a different way then. I think we can just do use effect, and then when it mounts, we'll just play. Let's try to do that. I was hoping that this would work because that's a little slavery, you know, that's like, we're sure it can play now, like go do your stuff, but like it's not even playing this this callback. So I never actually used that that media handler before, so I was just assuming that would work because that's what he used in the, like if you looked on his he does can play, and in React they just add the word on can play. Wait, before I go, React media video events. On video events, I think it's in here. Media. On can play. I don't know. Oh well. Let's pivot.
Does it have to be the result of the return value of an anonymous callback?
Result. No,
I
it should
think-
it should take a function. So I'm expecting the function to get executed, but it's not. So let's see. Let's do this. And then oh, that's not good. It's like going through an infinite loop. Okay, let's see. So why was it doing that? What did I do wrong? Okay, let me go pull up the, remember I told you I checked if the video player would work. I did a sandbox to check that. Let's see what I did there, because this one was working. So when I did it here, oh, I made a test button. So what is, I guess we can do the same thing as this then, and we'll just like make a button and you gotta push it to start the video. Since I don't wanna dwell on the rabbit hole. We wanna get to the canvas stuff too, that's why. So let's do that. Let's make another button called start or something. Let's just put it in here. Yeah, and like later on, if people want to like figure it out and post in our Slack, you can let us know how you did it. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, I'm gonna do this, do that. Still gets all messed up though. What is it doing? Oh, what is it doing different from the other one? Does anybody see what the difference is in this one? Why is this one not like freaking out like the other one? Let's see. Class name player video. Oh, we have the can play thing and it's calling the get video. So it's like, I think when it started, it was just getting called again. Okay, hopefully, oh, now it's working. Let's see. Start. Okay, we got it working now. So what happened, I think, is we pressed the button, it was get video, and then at some point that can start video callback was getting triggered, and then it was getting triggered over and over and over. And since we didn't put any guard clauses to like check, remember I said, let's skip the guard clauses. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. So yeah, we probably should have a thing to say, if the video is started, then don't do anything. But like, let me see what happens if I like press it again. Okay, nothing happens. Let's forget about the guard clause for now then, is working. So first of all, let's take a look at this thing that we console logged. That's why we console logged it, right? So this navigator.media devices is just something you get from the browser. Like you could look it up on MDN, navigator.media devices. It has the whole thing in there. Oh wait, let's close this one. I have two sandboxes open. So if you wanna look more into this stuff, I don't wanna look at it now, just because I wanna get to the canvas, but here's the link if you wanna like look it up more later. This allows us to get access to the webcam. So I think it just worked because I gave it access before. I think it had like a pop-up when I did it the first time. So by doing that, we get the media stream. And then if you have a video HTML, if you set the source object to the local media stream and then you click play, then the video will show up wherever you have. So this video right here, that's this HTML element that's displaying it. So like if I comment this out, there's not going to be anything there. That's the video that's playing. So the data is coming, it's like from my webcam on my MacBook, and then it's piping through to the browser. And then the browser is saying, okay, what do you want to do with it? And then I'm telling them to display the video on this video element. And now I'm gonna take out this console log. So let me stop there before we continue. Does anybody have any questions about that part so far? No? Okay. If you do have questions that pop up, just let me know. So I can see that this is gonna, usually we just do everything inside this one function just to make it easier, but today I think we should refactor it, and we don't need to put the component like in another file, but I think we should actually make another component so that we can separate the video logic from the canvas logic, because we're going to be like taking pictures and then there's going to be too much stuff and it'd be hard to understand if we just put it all in this function. So let's give it a shot, just to see if it gets messy, then we'll pivot back and just leave it and do it like this. But I think another thing that I can see that I want to demonstrate, which I don't think we've done yet in all the weeks that we've been doing this React30 exercises, is using React's forward ref. So I don't know if people are familiar with that. So this looks like a good opportunity to do that, since we haven't done it yet. I don't think, I don't remember. It's just a way to, like, I want from the parent component, which is the app component, to be able to call imperative actions on the video component, which is going to be the child component, because I'm going to extract it out into a separate component. So it has this kind of syntax. So like on the video component, it has props and it also has ref. So in the parent, I can pass in a ref, that video ref that we created. So let's try and do that. This seems like a good example for like for ref, because it's not something you use all the time. I don't think you should use it all the time, but like for cases like this, I think it's a good good use of it. So let's make the component, let's call it, we'll call it webcam video. And then we'll do forward ref. Forward ref. And then what was it? Props. I don't know what props we're going to use yet, so I'll just type props. Okay, so webcam video. Let's just start copying stuff over. So we're going to do get video. Let's do that. And then this is just going to be ref. And then we're going to need the video itself. And then gonna be ref, and then we'll say, let's see, last player, and then okay, and then how are we gonna do the button though? Let's see. So the button. Let's see. So if we do start, I'm trying to think of a good way to start the video. Like if we pass in a prop. No. Let's see. Does anybody have any ideas how we could do this? So we could press in a prop, can start. If we do a can start like Boolean prop, then once that is set, then we can start it. Let's just do that. I don't know if it's the best thing, but it works. So if we do can start, oops, not too many. So if we do can start and then we do let's call this start video. So if we can start, then we'll start the video. And then this is complaining because we're not passing in this. So we could do a use callback and memoize it, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I don't wanna make it more. Oh, what is it complaining about? Maybe we do have to do that. Okay, it does want me to put in a use callback. So that's what the linter is good for. It tells you when you're being done. And it's saying you should put this in a use callback. Actually, I got a better idea. Let's just, I don't want to overwhelm you with too many hooks because some people are still pretty new. So let's try and I think we can put this outside. So if we do this and then we just do ref. And then, oh, you know what? Sorry, I'm refactoring in my head like in real time. Let's just, I'm trying to figure out how to make this like the simplest for everybody here. If we just stick that all in there. And then what's this going? Okay, let's just forget about that lint for now, since we're just playing around. And then I think that will work. But like, let's just comment stuff out just in case we got to pivot back. And then we'll just do, so instead of get video, let's do use state. So let's just do When you click start, we'll just set is video started to true. And then if we do you know what? I'm gonna pivot back. This is getting more complicated than actually than actually leaving it in. That's why I said let's just comment out the let's just leave it like that. It was getting too complicated and we only have 1 hour. And maybe afterwards I'll come back and refactor it and make everything like better in separate components. But just for the sake of this hour, since we only have like 25 minutes left and I want to do the Canvas stuff, let's just keep it all inside this one component. I could tell like in my brain, I was like thinking of the next steps that it was gonna be a lot to explain, and I'd rather do the Canvas stuff. Okay, so we got the video. Now for the Canvas, when we take the video, first of all, we want to display it on the Canvas. The Canvas is over here. It's in this box area. So let's first get the video displaying in the Canvas. So we got the video displaying in the video element. Let's also get the video displaying in the Canvas. And then the next step, we'll be able to take snapshots of the Canvas. So if we look on Wes Boss's video, he has a paint to canvas thing. So we can use some of this code. Let's just copy the whole thing and then just modify it. So paint to canvas is just taking the video and then putting the video into the canvas. So let's just do this. So for the paint to canvas, and then this is gonna be video ref. I keep pressing the wrong button. Oops. I keep typing my WebStorm shortcuts. And then, so we need another ref for the canvas because we need to call some imperative actions on the canvas. So we do ref equals canvas ref, canvas ref. Okay, and then instead of returning, let's do ID. And then we need the CTX. So get video. Okay. Let's see. So CTX is gonna be canvas ref that canvas. Let me get the MDN canvas context. I forget the syntax. Get to the something like this. This one. Okay, so we get the CTX. Let's put this. Let's put it in here. This is going to be video ref.current. we're not gonna work with the pixel stuff. I don't think we'll get that far. So let's get rid of all this pixel stuff. And then we don't even need to keep track. Let's just keep it simple. So we're gonna call both these functions when you click the start button. So instead of just starting the video, I'm gonna start the video on the video and start the video on the canvas. And then I'll cross our fingers and hope that works. I don't work a lot with these media elements, but in my brain that should work. So let's just try it. Click. So we'll do, like I said, let's call this, so let's call this here, and they'll start click. Let's rename this to start video. And then display video in canvas. Sounds good. Start video, display video in canvas. Okay, I hope this works. Let's see. No, it didn't work. How come? Let's see. So canvas ref. Let's, oh, canvas.current.width. That video. Let's see. Width. Why is it not getting here? Let's try it again. So these things I was expecting to contalog here because I'm contalogging it. Let's do. So width. Oh, you guys gotta help me out here. Okay, so let's try that again. So width 0, why is it 0? I guess it's not ready yet. Maybe this were the so what's happening is this function is getting called before the video is on the screen. So the width is 0, so the canvas is set to like 0, so we can't see it. So I think we have to wait to the video width and the video height until that's not 0. So maybe this is where we can do the on can play. If that's not it, we're gonna have to use effect and just when the width and the height is not 0, then we call the display in canvas function. So I'm gonna try to do it the first way with that function we were trying to do, the on can play first. So let's see like if this function actually gets executed. Let's just put like a console log in there. So let's just do, let's cancel this out. Let's do handle on can play. And let's just do console log in here. So ASDF is my go-to console log thing when I do sanity checks. So let's get rid of all this stuff first. And then let's do refresh. And then let's see if ASDF gets printed to the console. And it does. So the next step I want to see is the value of these in there. So I'm going to try and stick these in here. So let's try and just print width and height in here just as a sanity check. Do that. Boom. Okay, it's not 0 anymore. So this might actually work. So let's just do this. Let's comment this out just in case we want to bring it back. And let's call this instead on can play. So now we're gonna try and display it in the canvas. Come on, you better work. Yes. Yes, awesome when it finally works. Okay, let's stop for questions. I'm gonna put this back over here and I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. And then wait, before we stop for questions, let me make sure I didn't break it by just doing that quick refactor. Okay, so it looks like it's working. Let's do this. Let me close this so we have more space. Okay. Do we want to stop for any questions before we try and take a photo of? So what we're gonna do when you click take photo, it's gonna take whatever the image is. So if I'm like this, when I click take photo, it's gonna take the photo, and then we're gonna display it like below the canvas. Is there any questions? No questions. Everybody's super quiet this week. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going then. Okay, so we started the video. So now this is the video element. This is the canvas. The canvas, what it's doing is it's just drawing an image, but every 16 milliseconds, it's drawing the image again. So I think the way draw image works is it takes whatever frame is on the video and then it draws it. But then it's doing that every 16 milliseconds. So it looks like a video because it's just like painting an image every 16 milliseconds. So now let's do the take photo. So we got that part. And then let's not worry about the audio for now since we're, I don't want to like get stuck on more things. I'm just going to skip the audio part. And then we're not going to do the download either. I want to show you guys the data URL part for people who are not familiar with the data URL. So let's just, I actually only want this part. So let's do take photo. So canvas ref current. Let's just get the default. We don't need to make a JPEG. The default when you do to data URL is PNG. So let's just console log it first. So for people who've never seen a data URL before, just so you can see what it looks like. Data. Okay, so we'll do okay, let's see what this data URL looks like. And hopefully it prints because tonight everything my first thoughts were mostly wrong. Let's see. So take photo. Okay, I was right this time. Oh, that's huge though. So all this data, that's the actual photo encoded as a data URL. So if you loaded this into the browser, like into the address bar, it would display the image. Let me see if I can copy it. This site can't be reached. Oh, I copied it wrong. We can actually make it a link though. Let's see. So we're gonna need use state because we want to display the image anyways on the screen. Right now there's nothing. We want to display the images in this strip. So first of all, we got to store the data URL. Like when you click photo, my thinking is we're gonna store it into an array. So you say take photo, and then we're gonna have an array that keeps all these data URLs, and then we'll just we'll map through the data URLs and display them as images underneath this video. Okay, so he doesn't actually do that. Like he does it way different, but like that seems to make sense for what we're doing. He does kind of that, but like in a vanilla way, you know, he's it's a little bit different though. He's just like inserting it straight into the HTML, and that's not like a React way to do it. React, you want to like store the data and then let React render the data how you want it to. So let's see, use state. So we'll just do image data URLs. I think that should work. So let's see if we can get this one to work on the first shot. So what am I doing? I am doing that wrong. Oh, what am I typing wrong? You guys see what I'm typing wrong? Get context unknown. What does it not like about that? What did I do? Somewhere along the line.
It looks like it's underlining 24 from 3. Was it complaining about that const?
Yeah, it is. Why?
I don't know why though.
Oh, the page froze. Let's see. Oh, there's some kind of. Oh, I broke it. It had some kind of infinite loop. So I guess we made a mistake when that initial my initial thought to like skip the guard clause. That seems to be causing like a lot of problems. Let me see. So it's saying const is not a word. Where? Okay, I'm gonna refresh the page. It might give us a new. I'm gonna copy all the stuff though, just in case. It seems to has like frozen. I like crashed.
Yeah, Sam, when I'm refreshing the page, I'm getting an open bracket on line 5, but nothing past that. And so I think it might just be an issue with Code Sandbox.
Yeah, I caused like some kind of infinite loop that like made it crash. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open a new one and then give you. Oh shoot. Let's see. I might have just broke the Chrome browser. Let's close this. So you're gonna lose that link. And it looks like it's coming back. So oh, it's still okay. So set. It didn't like something that I had typed. Okay, it seems to be back. Let me give you the link. something we typed caused it to go in some kind of loop. It was like crashing in a loop.
Sam, I'm actually seeing you type in the same code sandbox.
Yeah, same one, same here.
Oh, code sandbox. Oh yeah, it still says live in the same link. Oh, awesome. Okay. So we're back here. And then, so now we got this set image data URLs. So when I take the photo, I'm gonna convert whatever the current canvas is to a data URL, and then I'm gonna stick it into that array. So I'm just gonna say set image data URLs to whatever data URLs currently is, and so data URL, and then I'm gonna stick that onto the end. So now every time I take a photo, it's gonna stick it in. So before I start it, I'm gonna cross my fingers and just YOLO this, and hopefully it works. So I wanna stick it in here. So I don't wanna click start yet, just in case we still have that infinite loop problem. I assume it's something to do with, I think it's the, how we did the on can play. I think it's like calling it over and over. Let's actually fix that problem first. So let's add a guard clause into this, because this is what keeps causing us problems. Even in the beginning, it like kept calling it, and that's what was started. So I just want to set like a guard clause to try and prevent that infinite loop from happening again. Because that's my guess is why it crashed, but we'd have to look into it more. But this should work. Like if like as soon as we say it has started, then we don't want to display this anymore. So we'll do const handle. What was it? Can play handle on can play. So first of all, we're gonna set has started to true, and then we're gonna say, oh no, we'll do that last, and then we'll say display video in canvas, and then we're gonna say if then we'll short circuit here. So we're just gonna say this. So now when we click on can play, the first time has started is gonna be false. And then we're gonna start the video on canvas, and then it's gonna set has started to true. Then if on can play gets called again, which I think was what was happening, it won't execute this code again. It will just short circuit and do nothing. So that's just like a quick fix. What I think is a problem without doing any debugging. So let's just hope it works, because we only got like 5 minutes left. So, but I can stick around for questions after. So let's do image data URLs. And then we'll do map data URL. And then we'll do image source. And then you can just stick the data URL straight into the source. And then let's provide an alt to just say video cam snapshot. And then, so now it should display the images down there, and we'll see if this works. So first of all, let's cross our fingers and hope start still works. Okay. We didn't break it too bad. There's no more infinite loop. Now let me try to take a photo. Okay, let's take another photo. I'm gonna do boom. Okay. Oh, we got a key error. So let's take care of that, and then we can answer questions. So key, like we did the other week, we can just use the index again because we're not sorting or anything like that. So it will be fine. Okay, sweet. Boom. Oh, what is it called? Spread element. Call conversions noted. Error go to sandbox. Let me get rid of this and see. Let's see if that was just because I was typing, those errors showed up. So let's do that. Oh yeah, it was just because I was typing and it got screwed up. All right, anybody have any questions? So we didn't get to do the filters, but you can try and do that on your own. You could also try and like refactor this code, like I was saying in the beginning, right? Like look how much code now. There's all this code mixed up with Canvas and video, and this one is not super simple. You got to probably think about it to like how to break it out into a video. That's why I didn't want to do it live, because like sometimes when I'm refactoring, I'll just I like to just play around with it, and I don't want you guys to just like watch me like play around with me figuring out in real time how to like best like abstract the code into separate components. So sometimes it's good just to do it all in one, just so like you can figure out how all the pieces work. And then like even like if you're working on it for work, you can commit it just as like a whip, and then before you make the PR, you can like refactor the code. So make it work, then refactor. That's usually what I do. Usually before I click the PR button, I'll refactor the code as much as possible to make it like easy to maintain and easy to understand and stuff like that. Yeah, no questions? Yeah, I had 0 questions tonight for the whole hour. Okay.
Sam, I'm like super new to front end. When you're refactoring the code, what would be considered like excessive code in a single function for like if you're starting to refactor?
There's
Yeah.
no hard rule. It's just
Okay.
like a feeling. Like the more you do it, and it depends on your team, or like, I mean, if you're just doing it for yourself, it doesn't matter that much, right? You can just put everything, you can put your whole app in one function, especially if you're not gonna work on it. If you're just doing a hackathon and you're never gonna
Yeah.
work on the code again, you can put the whole app in one function, it works. You
Yeah.
demo it and it's done. But like when you gotta maintain it, I usually follow the rule of 3 when refactoring, unless it's obvious. I think it's called rule of 3. I brought this up and I always forget what it's called.
Yeah,
Rule of
like
3.
code it once and then sniffle when you code it twice, and then when you see it a third time, then needs to be refactored.
But again, yeah, I don't follow any of these rules. Like they're not hard rules for me. I just kind of like, I'm more pragmatic when I'm like coding. So like sometimes I like that principle, the rule of 3. But if something's obvious right off the bat, like I don't need 3 examples of a video and a canvas to know that I should probably make this into a video, like a webcam component and a canvas webcam component. I would probably just abstract it right away. I just don't want to do it live, because that would take too long. Sometimes when I'm refactoring, I go through like many iterations and I just keep like what if I do this? What if I do this? What if I do this? Oh yeah, that feels good. It's just like a feeling to me, like you can, after you like done React for a long time, it's just kind of like, it's just like you get code smells for your own code. You can just be like, this feels kind of weird. Like it's just a feeling. You're just like, it doesn't feel right to pass in this prompt to like do that. It doesn't feel right to use a forward ref here. It's kind of hard to explain, like, because there's no hard rules. You just develop like, I don't know, it's like a gut feeling. But there are general principles, and like generally when you do PRs with your teams, or that's when you kind of learn like everybody has different opinions, and you can kind of just take all the feedback of everybody's opinions and then push back when you need to when people say stuff that doesn't really matter. Because some people have strong opinions, but like some stuff doesn't really matter. You can just do it anyway, and it's fine. Yeah, no problem, John. Any other questions? I can stay on for like 5 more minutes, maybe, if people got questions. Doesn't need to be about Canvas or video.
Yeah, a side thing is that like I found you through your Twitter, and I know that you're into Bitcoin. Is that Bitcoin just blew through 38,000 while we were on this call? So it's
Wait, you found me on Twitter? Are you a Bitcoiner too?
yeah, big Bitcoiner. And so
Okay.
I was just kind of like going around, and I'm starting Hack Reactor next week for doing JavaScript. I've never done like front end stuff before, and so I was looking around for React stuff, and I ended up finding you.
Yeah, I work at Strike. So I work Strike for people that are in Bitcoin, or even if you don't know, I can share my LinkedIn again. Also, if people who came in late and didn't get it. So I work at a company called Strike, and it's a payments app. It's like Venmo or Cash App, but the big difference is we can also integrate with the Bitcoin network. So you can send payments Strike to Strike, but we built all our infrastructure on top of the Bitcoin infrastructure. So there's open source devs all over the world working on Bitcoin, like probably thousands of really good developers working on it. So our app gets better and better without us doing anything. Like we could take the whole year off and our app would be better in a year.
Yeah.
So that's one real awesome thing. And the really awesome thing is we're launching Europe pretty soon. So we launched El Salvador as the first country out of the United States. And you can currently I send money to people in El Salvador, just random people.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this shop owner accepts Bitcoin. I just send them money, just like a tip. And there's no fees. So I'll just send them $1 because I'm like, oh, this lady's selling pupusas and she accepts Bitcoin. I'm gonna just send her $1, just to encourage her to like keep doing good work.
Yeah.
So when we launch Europe, you're gonna be able to send people money in Europe for free. You don't even have to know what Bitcoin is. You don't have to touch Bitcoin. You just know your friend is in Europe. You're like, I'll send you $10. You send them $10 from your wallet. It shows up as euros in their wallet with no fees or near zero fees, because we use the Bitcoin Lightning Network, which is it allows for cheap payments. It's like instant. There's no chance for like the payment not to go through once it says it confirms. So there's no chance for fraud. So you can send it, and then we don't have to deal with like people doing weird stuff with fraud, because with Lightning is like the way that it's built, the cryptography makes sure that it was a real payment.
Are you working on the API at all? Are there any plans for that? I'm so excited for the API I'd love to be able to plug into Strike with my node.
we got a lot of stuff coming out. So like, I can only talk about what Jack has talked about on podcasts, but like we do have the API coming out. So that also makes our app better, because then people can also build all kinds of stuff that who knows what they can build using our API. We'll just make it easy for you to be able to like let people pay with Bitcoin if they want, or they can pay with Strike, or you can hook it up to, if Cash App wants to use it, and then Cash App can send to Strike, and then Strike can send to Cash App. And then if you interoperate all of them, then PayPal can send to Venmo, and Venmo can send to Cash App. So like, that's the possibilities of what could happen, because the Bitcoin network is global. So as long as that's the underlying infrastructure, it can handle that. Because the reason why that's not possible now is because everybody built their own payment network. So Cash App's network can't talk to Venmo. Venmo can only talk to Venmo, and Cash App can only talk to Cash App. But what we're doing is we want everybody's app to be able to talk to everybody's app, so that people can send value to anybody, and they can choose what wallet they want. They can make their own wallet if they want, if they don't like any of the wallets, to make their own features.
Yeah. On the front end side, Sam, for are you guys using React for the whole thing? Because I use your Chrome extension, and I love it the way that it's just kind of like wrapped around what would be like the same thing as my Android app.
So yeah, so we don't. So like I came on recently, so I only started at Strike in March. So they already had everything built. I've focused mainly on the Chrome extension, so I helped like before there was only one person working on it, you know. So like I had to help like build it out and like just make the code better, because they're just going fast, you know. So now it's getting more stable, I think. I just put in bug snag, so we got like error reporting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mostly work in a Chrome extension, but Jack, who's our CEO, he has like huge visions like for Strike, you know. So I don't know if people see, Jack Mullers is the CEO of Strike, and if you watch his talks, he's like super passionate, and he has like super huge ideas. So we got like a lot of stuff that he wants to make. That's why we gotta hire more people. So if people are looking for a job, we are hiring a senior front-end engineer though right now. And I think we're hiring back-end engineer. I'm not sure if it's senior or just at least some experience. We don't have capacity really right now for somebody super junior. But if you're super into Bitcoin, you might be able to still get in anyway, because that aligns with our like culture. Like the whole company is mostly all Bitcoiners.
Yeah. Sam, did you look at the wick for the last like hour? It's insane. I'm looking at went from like 33 up to 40 and then back down.
I've been in the space for a long time. I don't pay attention to I mean, I pay attention to the memes. So if I was watching the memes, then I know that it's like pumping. But I do keep bitbo.io open. I don't know if people seen. I don't know if people are into Bitcoin here, but there's like a site called. Oh yeah, something's going on right now. Bitcoin is fascinating because you can see all. It's like an open database, you know. You can see all the data. It's all transparent. So bitbo.io aggregates like all the statistics about the Bitcoin network. So I keep it open because I just nerd out on this kind of stuff. It's like fascinating to me how this whole network works. But yeah, I work on the Chrome extension, and sometimes I help on the tipping page. And we have a tipping page. So you go to like strike.me/your username, and then anybody can tip. You don't even need to have Strike. As long as you have a Bitcoin Lightning wallet, you can tip anybody at Strike. Because Strike is only available in the US and El Salvador right now. And I don't think we're available in New York and Hawaii because they have
bit license.
yeah, they have dumb laws. Hawaii has dumb laws too. I'm from Hawaii. So
Yeah.